There's actually something called the Lemon Test, which was from a Supreme Court case called Lemon versus Kurtzman, saying that basically every law has to have a secular purpose. In other words, there has to be a reason behind it, because there are hundreds of different religions being practiced in the United States, and we don't want every random Scientologist or Wiccan, obviously, getting laws passed on their say-so, and nor do we want people to pass laws for their religion just because it happens to be the one in the majority. So, I mean, that's kind of the principle behind separation of church and state, and it is violated sometimes, and I'm against it, the being violated.
Yeah. And I would also point out that not every Christian believes that it's appropriate to, inject their personal religious beliefs into politics and government, and I guess a lot of the infiltration by Christians who believe that it is appropriate, it's a fairly recent phenomenon. I mean, it hasn't been that way throughout most of the country's history. So
I don't know. I mean, we just had that case in, was it one of the Carolinas? I don't remember. There's the Constitution, the state Constitution, says that an atheist can't hold public office. And, this was going back a long way, and it's clear to most people that throwing up this example, because an atheist did just get elected, and then people are trying to get him ousted based on this old archaic law, which nobody really thinks will stand up.
Yeah, and it won't.
So I would say that it has been going on for a long time.
Well, in state governments, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, our Constitution was originally constituted as a secular document.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Oh, sounds like your medication's wearing off.
Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. But even at that, I mean, the whole "In God We Trust" and stuff like that was a 1950s kind of thing.
Right.
And
as was the God clause of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right. And so I think for a long period of time, it was understood that this is a secular country, and the government is rather, and we're not going to commingle our religious beliefs and our political beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly, with communist scare and everything in the 50s, that changed, and we have, I guess, various. It's kind of been a back and forth thing with various situations, like, for example, this religious test for public office. That was challenged in 1961, and there was actually a Supreme Court decision that struck that down. So all of these state clauses that require a belief in a God are actually invalidated by the Torcaso v. Watkins decision from 1961. So, and they remain on the books right now because no politician's going to invest the political capital in getting them removed when they really actually have no bearing at all on how things are done. And so I think that in this situation in I can't remember if it's North Carolina or South Carolina. I want to say it's South Carolina. But in this case, the people who are challenging this guy's election are not going to win. I don't see any way they can win this one on that basis. So I think it's just an exercise in futility.
North Carolina.
North Carolina, okay.
Like. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks. I'll let you guys get to the next caller, but thank you for taking the call.
Oh, sure. Thanks for the call.
Thank you for calling. Feels like there was something else I was going to say, but then I forgot it when I was looking stuff up. So never mind.
Okay.
So we have okay.
Miles.
So Miles in Fresno. Hello, Miles.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
All right.
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing real good. I just had a quick question for you guys. Because I actually believe in God, but I wouldn't say I'm Christian or like go with any modern day religion, So
okay.
I base my entire faith on one thing because I practice astral projection. So, and I know you guys know what astral projection is and stuff. So.
Well, not everybody listening might know, so can you sum that up?
Yes, astral projection is also known as the out-of-body experience. it's a form. I mean, it's a, how to explain this? Simple forms. You do it through meditation. Okay, it's a lot like conscious dreaming. Because when you dream, you're knocked out. You're in a theta brainwave level. So.
Okay, and would you say that this is just your brain doing funny things, or would you say that it's actually not?
And all my astral projection experiences, they're very conscious. And so therefore, and it even says in the Bible, because this is what intrigued me too. My first astral projection experience, I was above my body and I saw the silver cord. Now it even says in the Bible, before the silver cord is severed, the golden bowl is broken, the dust turns to the ground it came from, and the soul returns to God who gave it. So you know what I mean? And
not entirely.
No.
So you would say that this has an actual supernatural component to it, and it's not just funny brain chemistry.
Well, it's very different. Like, when you leave your body consciously, you have this feeling of ecstasy all around you, and it's unlike anything I've ever experienced, other than, sex, of course.
But, but you also get those kind of weird feelings and ecstasy taking certain drugs. I mean, what I'm wondering is, do you think there's something... because
I am one of those believers that believe heaven is not of this world, it's not the parallel, another dimension of the mind, consciousness travels when you die. I mean, they've even proven that through alpha and beta harmonics.
No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
But they haven't?
No.
Well, I've read several articles on it.
I'm sure you have, but I mean, generally when we're talking about something that's been proven, we're talking about through mainstream science, and this generally isn't the sort of thing that gets published in scientific journals because the kind of rigor that other scientists put them through, looking for flaws in the methodology, is something that this kind of study generally doesn't stand up to. So, I mean, you may have read it somewhere in some kind of off-the-beaten-path transcendental meditation journal or something like that, but you're not going to hear it from scientists.
That's true, because it's more of a metaphysical nature, so I understand that. But I'm telling you, I've done it, so, of course I believe it, you know what I mean? And I think that could be a gateway. And plus, I mean, if you also look, going back to the Bible, because the Bible gives the best examples, in my opinion. I mean, Joseph was even told to stay with Mary because he would have left because she was a virgin, his son was pregnant.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't matter to us because we don't have any particular reason to think the Bible is true.
Oh, exactly. Well, I guess I base my religion on things like that because I have my personal experiences and my practices through meditation. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to call in and get your views on dreams too.
They happen.
Dreams are cool. They they reveal things about your subconscious. According to Freud, everything you dream about is actually a symbol for your naughty bits. But But I mean, dreams are something that happen in your mind and are entirely the result of your brain just going off and continuing to do what it does while having all kinds of weird random stimuli going on that's unlike what you get when you're awake. So.
Okay. No, I just wanted to hear what you guys think about that because also I read several accounts of near-death experiences and they all describe accounts of out-of-body experiences, So that's kind of another reason I believe, I guess, in God for that aspect. Since science can't really explain dreams, and they won't see things in a metaphysical point of view sometimes,